America.
And I'm very grateful, growing up the way I did. We always had a house to live in.
We
but
recording?
it's recorded.
Okay,
we
cool.
can kind of
No,
set
I
our
know.
starting point whenever.
You got us. It's lined up on us and everything.
I think so.
All right.
About where it was before.
All right. Welcome to the channel. We don't know the name of it just yet, but we assure you it's going to be great when we get it.
It'll happen aesthetically.
Aesthetically. That's it. Yes.
Throw some big words in there once in a while.
That's right. Gotta
make me not seem like a ignorant white trash.
There you go. Or me, some type of Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
Anywho, welcome to the channel, guys. My name's Jay. This is my brother from another mother. We met. We're
start over.
This is my brother Seth, and this is our channel. And what are we going to discuss on our channel, Seth?
Anything and everything.
Anything and everything? Well, we have a particular interest in God first, country, strong Second Amendment people, as you can clearly, see the attire here. And we're just fun-loving people, man, and we want to try to make a difference in the world with everything we do, whether it's cars, engines, or fishing, hunting, self-defense, or politics. We care about what goes on in the country. We care about what goes on in the world. We care about people. And today is the start of a journey for me and my brother, and I hope you enjoy it. Let him.
This country is so divided, and I don't know why. And we have so much in common. My brother and I here, there is nothing culturally or anything to divide us. We need more of that today. More Christ and more love. It's atrocious what you see when you turn on the news or even TV shows and movies, and everything seems to just bring division, and we need unity and love.
Absolutely. I agree. Well said. So, what do you want to start? What do you want to touch on? Where you want to go? Politics, guns? What do you want to start with?
I was thinking we just start with kind of what brings us here, and you covered it a little bit, but I'll start with kind of my history. Growing up Christian and mostly white culture, and
you lived in New Orleans for a while.
That was later on, yeah.
You got some seasoning in there somewhere.
I also went to O'Connor High School and raised pigs.
Come on.
So I was in the FFA, and there's not a whole lot of folks in there that have more melanin than I do.
That's what I'm saying.
Which is very little. But when I was in high school, though, there wasn't the division even at that time that we have now.
Not even in my high school either. We didn't have that division, like not like it is now.
We were divided more by cliques than nothing racial. It's just you had your groups of, it was more.
Go ahead on and define cliques, because that's Southern slang.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm too Southern. So.
A lot of people might not know what that is, but for other people,
social groups.
There you go.
Where you had, I was considered a hick or a kicker, cowboy, redneck, whatever you want to call us. I'll take all of them. I don't take offense to that. So. But I hung out with kind of everybody in between, from the potheads to the rockers to all kinds of folks.
So did I. I mean, I played drums for several different high schools because we bounced around. Played basketball, football. So I mean, I hung with everybody from some of the smartest people, some of the sport jocks, to some of us in band camp, that could be considered geeks or whatnot. But I did it, and I pretty much got along with everybody, man. I could go in any clique of people and be cool. It wasn't like it is now. Nowadays, there's there's a lot of division with politics or you know, color, and I mean even to what you drive. You know, you drive an electric car, and you know some of these guys out here swerving to roll coal on you. So I mean, it's definitely divided, and I hate to see us like that. And we're the greatest country on earth, undisputed, uh, even with our past. You know, no one's sitting here saying that America is just 100% perfect. Nothing is perfect, you know. But when you look at everything on you put it all on the scale, America is the best by far.
There's never been a country that strove for equality
Mm-hmm.
than more than our country has.
Never.
I mean, we fought one of the bloodiest wars ever.
Right behind all
that.
this. That's right. And a lot of people have to, you know, come to terms with that. And no one is saying that things were perfect after that. You know, there were still things going on, a lot of different things, you know, in a lot of different areas, you know. However, we still strive to keep bettering ourselves and to eradicate that type of ideology and pathology to oppress any form of race, sex, or anything like that. You know, even animals got it good over here. I mean, really. I mean, we strive for that. Not to say that there aren't bad people that still exist here that do bad things. You know,
we still got skinheads. We still got the Klan, even if 90% of them are FBI agents.
Yep.
You know, we can't prove that.
That's right. That's right. I mean, we still have. We're not perfect, just like no country is. You know, but these things don't happen by far anymore like they used to, and they still don't go on like in other countries. Not to no shot at any other country, but I think that, you know, when we look at things, I think everybody needs to look at things on a grand scale and understand that they were white people that lost their lives, you know, to help stop this. There were African Americans that lost their lives. It was everybody. It was a big effort to stop this. I mean, everybody, especially from my race, I feel needs to take a deeper look into history to really see that, hey, we couldn't have done this alone, for sure. So there was, you know, times where things were hard, but we had help along the way. And to no one, again, I'll say it again, I don't want anybody to get all crazy. You know, things still exist from everybody. There's hatred on, you know, minority side, and there's hate. You know, it still exists, but
very much so.
Yeah, but we have to work together to eradicate that and to educate ourselves more politically and to pay more attention to what's going on in politics to be able to challenge that and not necessarily listen to everything that's going on in the local media. We have to really dig deeper in that and really pay attention and really zero in to help fix these issues so that we don't, you know, become divided as a country.
And to me, it really boils down to there's very few people out there that have conversations like we do.
Oh yeah,
you know,
no.
We're so separated through social media and 30-second videos and you know, memes and gifs and all of this junk that I don't pretend to understand.
Memes and gifs are definitely up there.
But it separates us so much that nobody gets together and actually discusses things that are important.
Right.
Even when people do get together, it's so superficial that it's only surface topics, and we're afraid of stepping on toes. Or me as a white man, you know, no matter what I say, I can be taken the wrong way or say things wrong. I'll be the first one to tell you that I am the chief of sinners. And you know, every day I wake up, and Paul the Apostle said it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And so I wake up every day and pray, Lord, please make me a better man today than I was yesterday.
Yeah.
And we only become that by hard work and by, interactions like we have,
Mhm.
and that's why our friendship is so vital to me.
Yeah, and to me as well. I mean, I think that the conversations that you and I have is what, the everyday, neighbors should have. The everyday person at your grocery store should have in short conversation. Um, a lot of people, I think, jump to conclusions and go out and form an opinion, and you haven't done any form of research or, ask the question to yourself: Why do they feel this way? Why is this? And let's have a conversation instead of, oh, you feel that way? Well, I hate you. And we have to take a deeper look at African American history and American history as a whole, and combine them and walk them down. And then, what a lot I think of white people don't understand is because of some stuff that they missed along the way, and a lot of black people don't understand white people because they didn't look at that. No one knows why that. But if we all sat down, see the division, that's what happens. You create this division, and no one knows why everyone's at each other's throats. We're just chomping at the bit, but
because nobody takes the time to
nobody
say,
takes time, right?
this is why this offended me.
Right. And for African American people, we have to sit down and basically get an opportunity to. I think what this channel will do is take a look at some history, along the way, with everything else that we'll blend it into, and take a look at some Black history, and actually help, some other cultures and races understand our points of views. And I guarantee you, maybe not everyone, I can't guarantee everyone, but I guarantee you the good people of Christ will take a look at that history that's documented, from a reputable source, and say, hey, that's bull crap. Those guys suck. Wait a minute. Hey, and they're gonna tell other people. Hey, do you realize that they're doing this now? And they'll be the first to go. A true patriot will be the first to run down the city hall or wherever this is and say, hey, I don't think so. Not in my country. Goodbye. That's got to stop.
And I want to be the first one to say that anything that you disagree with or something we've gotten wrong, please put it in the comments. We'd love to hear and discuss, and we'll make another video just on that.
Yeah.
Because we want to eliminate this divide, not breed more of it.
Right. I mean, this is about, I think, for me, taking a hard look at both sides. What I like to do is have a discussion once and for all with on the channel with both sides, and all cultures, and so we can sit down and discuss different things, whether that was like oppression in housing, oppression in farming, oppression in here, and then also, okay, we can look at those things, and then also take a look at, hey, we fought against this, we fought against that, we fought against, white people fought against, and so on and so forth, so we can all get a better understanding. That way it's easier to see when propaganda and lies are being, told to you. And also, even when a certain culture or ethnicity or race does something to you, or nationality, are they on one side of the fence of an issue, something may have been done to them historically that you're not even thinking about, and that's why they're so terrified of a particular issue. So that's what I hope to bring to you guys, and to ultimately take a look at history. Me and my brother also love guns, so a lot of gun content will come. We love the Lord. I love Jesus. So, we're going to take deep dives into the Bible, and, we're going to have some fun while doing it.
I wouldn't be alive today without Jesus. And
yeah, me either.
I love my guns because that protects that First Amendment.
That's right.
I don't wear my gun as a sword. It's a shield. That's there to protect us, but our country and our rights, and that's something that we can't back down on, no matter what.
No matter what.
we're the greatest country in the world because we're the freest country in the world. And when I watch the news and I see the media today, it worries me because I see us falling on that scale. And that's something that we just cannot abide.
Right, right, absolutely. And also to show the world that, wherever you're watching this at, where if you're tuning in, we don't know how big the channel will ever get, but wherever you're watching this at, just to know too that that we make mistakes, and that, for example, the things that happen in Afghanistan, for just one example, people falling off the plane. Guess what? Us God-fearing Christian, pro 2A gun patriots we do not roll with that. I do not ride with that. That was not right. I'll let you touch on it too, how you feel about it.
When I saw that, I couldn't believe it. And that the world that we live in, and a place that we were in control of, and to leave people in that state, I was in tears. I'm not ashamed to say I had tears rolling down my face at the desperation of these people. And a lot of these people were Christians, but a lot weren't. And that doesn't matter. Life is precious because we were all created in the image of God. And
I think we were the first. Remember, we called each other. You called me, or I called you.
Yeah, I think we had about a 3-hour conversation
about
on this.
it. Yeah,
because we were both so distraught over it. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe that we as a nation let this happen. That,
absolutely.
I'm not for going to war, but we have to. The only way to get peace is through violence, and I abhor violence. I say the prayer all the time, Lord, please never let me have to draw my gun, but if I do, make me swift and accurate.
Yes, sir. Amen to that.
So when I not just Afghanistan, but we see atrocities all over the place. Look at what happens in China and all over the world. And I would love to say, yes, we can go into these places and stop this stuff, but we can't. So we've got to do things with individuals and start at home, and that's what will change the world.
That's another thing. You're right, but that's another thing too that a lot of people have to understand. There's a great deal of people who don't fully understand politics and how the world works, and I hope that we can break everything down. A lot of times, like you and I will sit and talk, and we're way over here, but there are some people that think they know or don't know the very building blocks. So it's like I would like to break down, how other countries, do stuff. Like we can't just go over to a country and force democracy, especially not countries that have big militaries and nuclear capabilities, and there's trade deals, there's all kinds of things that are crazy when you get into it. Like, for example, recently the CEO of Huawei Computers was apprehended in Canada, but China had arrested 2 Canadians and forced Americans' hand, and they had to let her go for the swap.
I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah. So it's detailed and stuff like that. So there's all kinds of things that go on in this world. But I just want the people to know, that when you see something happen, all black people ain't like, oh yeah, I'm glad, and all white people ain't like, aha, whatever. It's not that, a lot of people, I feel as though are being quiet, or not even I see it. A lot of people are feeling, suppressed, their voice. So that's what I hope me and you can do, is shed some light on a lot of different things as far as politics and things like that go, and to educate some people and help people out. And some of you guys will get it, and some of you won't. I'm sure. I've never did this before. I'm sure some of you gonna rip up me and my brother to shreds.
Bring it on. We need the criticism. Be gentle.
I'm sure they're gonna tear us up, but
and that's fine.
But we're game. We're not gonna be negative back to you. Don't expect us to say anything hateful. That's not what we're about. But I guess moving on, Next up, I know that we have some mutual feelings about uh, HB 1927 and people carrying, and even people with permits, how they carry, and how both of us have spent a lot of time in gun ranges and have a lot of experience, and we've seen from everything from security guards to everyday people to police officers, and they really are not that impressive. No, nothing against our police officers, just we're talking about peer talent, technique, and things like that. I'm sure there are some ones out there that are competition level. As a matter of fact, there are some. There's a lady that trains with Terran Tactical, and she's
there's some good ones out there.
Some good ones out there, but
unfortunately, that's a smaller percentage.
Yeah,
and it's not their fault. When they're not provided any ammunition or it's not pushed to train, it's not provided. Our cops are desperate for the correct training, and if we really cared as a country of making things safer, we would invest in our law enforcement, and that goes from the federal all the way down to your small town sheriff. If you're not out there shooting your guns, then you're not qualified to be using one. And Jay and I both, we're personal carriers. I'm a firearms instructor. I would not want to have a tool on me that I'm not comfortable with. If you're a roofer or an electrician, you're using your tools every day. You're comfortable with them.
Right.
Jay, you work on engines.
Yes,
Sir. So you're gonna go hop on the racetrack with an engine that you haven't tested or
No,
you haven't been know every ins and out on that thing.
That's right.
Now that's the same thing that it should be with our firearms. Is you should be comfortable with the tools you carry, and you should carry the tools.
Absolutely. A lot of people need to understand, especially I'm going to say now with African Americans, with a lot of young youth of other race, minorities, and ethnicities. But I see it in a lot of YouTubers now that are out, and they are very scary with what they're doing and safety. And I mean, it's really scary. So the lack of knowledge. Yeah. So I want to help educate our everyone on how to properly carry a firearm, understanding that shooting is a perishable skill. So if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it, and you'd be very surprised at, let's say, a week's time of not dry firing or something. You'll still be pretty good, but there is going to be a noticeable difference in your accuracy from not picking up that firearm. You have to stay active with your firearm.
Think about when you're driving a car. If you go 6 months without getting behind the wheel, my brother just was going through cancer treatments and spent about 6 months without driving. Well, when he got back behind that wheel, he was terrified. Because you're not in practice, and that's something that you need to be. It's a deadly weapon, whether it is a car or a firearm. We need to practice safety all the time.
Yeah, and like my instructor brother here, I too am applying to be an instructor too. So we're going to open up a business here locally in San Antonio, Texas. So be on the lookout for that as well. And we're going to strive to help you guys carry firearms safely so no one's getting injured and no mistakes happen. We're going to really train you guys to not only be proficient with your firearm, but be proficient with your emotions as well, not to just go off and shoot somebody because they took the last loaf of bread in HEB and you're angry about it. So we're going to really educate you, and I know my goals with the training aspects is really going to be, I know a lot of guys are now going for the extreme tactical stuff, and that's all great. Love it. We love it. We talk about it all the time, right? But I feel like what's happening is a lot of the regular people just now getting in are just jumping from, there's stages to this, there's levels, and it's like, well, I'm a tactical guy. no grip, no
Yeah.
trigger train, no trigger press, no nothing. I'm tactical now. Let me go get a bulletproof vest.
I just bought my first Glock. I'm gonna get me a run and gun belt
Right,
and
right.
and a vest,
Right.
and I'm gonna go shoot
Right.
competitions. Well,
All right.
more power to you, but that's not how it works.
Yeah, I do think that, and this is no hit on anybody. I think that what's happening now in the 2A culture is the all the the ex-Navy SEALs, ex-Rangers, ex-Green Berets are doing a lot of training. It's fantastic. I love it. I love it. This is not that. This is just saying that I think first, before you go into those things, is that you need to have everyday training, just regular going to the grocery store training. We don't need a battle belt, bulletproof vest with the water. I mean, hey, we just need, down here, because I think that what happens with, you have muscle memory, and a lot of those guys, when they run their tactical rigs, they have the leg holsters and stuff like that. Well, then you carry here, appendix. So then,
Totally different muscle
right.
memory.
So then when you need it, you're like, oh wait, it's not on my leg, it's right, and it's too late, So that's the type of thing that we want to do is really get into both, but with a system that teaches you every day first. I don't want the everyday person feeling like they need to go out in full tactical gear to go grab some sodas from the store. You don't really need all that.
I still carry 3 magazines and a backup gun when I go grab sodas.
Right.
That's a whole different story.
Well, I carry 2 magazines, so but yeah, guys. I mean, we're here to help you choose your setups and kind of show you and walk a slow walk up to a build up to that tactical gunman or that competition shooter that you desire to be. So
we're not anything special,
Right.
We're not claiming to be, hot shots or anything by any means
No.
whatsoever. We just carry guns every day because we want to protect ourselves, protect the ones we love, and protect everybody else around us.
Yeah, and that's a big proponent. I mean, if you're a single mother, to all the single mothers out there, single fathers, anybody, I mean, just family people, elderly, everyone, handicapped. I mean, if you want to protect yourself, we live in some crazy times right now, and I know a lot of people are scared of firearms, but I assure you, with proper training and things like that, that you will be fine. We also are going to teach you guys, some type of health related issue, things like that. Like, so if someone gets shot or injured, we're going to teach you guys how to tie tourniquets and how to do CPR, and things of that nature. So all that content is coming. It is going to be available. We're working on it. We're just putting this together, and we're excited, and we hope you guys are excited. And yeah, I mean, just stay tuned for some fun. We got a lot of good stuff coming up soon. So,
and the more interactions we have from you guys, the more we'll put in, and the
Yeah.
more excited we'll get.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The more excited. So I'm excited. I know my brother's excited. So, and we hope you guys are excited. This is gonna help. We hope help educate a lot of people and help bring a lot of people together to kill this divisiveness amongst race, culture, and ethnicities and nationalities. So, like we said, we know we're not going to reach a lot of people. I mean, well, not a lot of people. We know we're not going to reach everyone, but we hope we reach a lot of people. That's the goal.
And we've discussed it many, many times that we don't care about clicks and likes and shares
Right.
and all that.
Right.
Our prayer is that we just can reach a few people that need it. If we can get somebody some knowledge and they can then save themselves or others, I mean, that's all I'm looking for.
Yeah. That's all. We're looking for. And also, if you guys have questions, like you said, just don't hesitate to shoot them up. If we can get to it, we'll definitely get to it, answer your questions, and As a matter of fact, I think we're gonna do some gun reviews and stuff too.
I'd like to do some of that.
Yeah, we'll do some gun reviews. And the thing about us is, we're just two good old boys, just brothers and family. And we're gonna give you straight up, honest reviews. I don't know where this channel is gonna go, but I know that the type of people that we are, without a doubt, I don't even need to look at it. I don't care what they try. If anybody tries to sponsor us, we're not going to recommend a gun to you to defend your life that is going to blow up or not going to function. That's not us. So
I want everyday training for the everyday person.
Yeah.
I love the guys like Tim Kennedy, God bless you, and Sheepdog, and it's amazing what they do. But yeah. I want something that everybody can feel comfortable. Working in the gun stores and ranges, my favorite interaction ever was one of the most terrified, or two of the most terrified people I've ever seen in my entire life. Mom and daughter. Mom was a nurse, works nights. Daughter's 16 years old, home by herself. They came into the gun store just visibly shaking because the night before, the daughter was home by herself and hears a noise at the door, goes and looks through the peephole and sees a man pull a mask over his face and start kicking. So they had no guns. She ran to the closet and hid and called Mom, and Mom's freaking out and leaves shift and drives home as fast as she can. And thank God that guy wasn't able to get that front door kicked in, because who knows what would have happened to that poor girl. They came in that next day, and I got them into a great firearm and into some training. And after seeing them go through that process and their training, and there were nothing but smiles, and felt safer and were safer because I know that they knew how to use that gun safely.
And how did that make you feel when you knew that they left?
Like that was the most amazing interaction I've had.
Absolutely. Right. It gives me great pride to know that you guys were doing that, and also me, like I kind of got thrown into this, at the range, and people were like, "Hey, what are you doing? How are you doing that?" And it, hey, well, and teaching technique and grip there, so it was great too, knowing, hey, I just helped that guy, and they're not going to hurt anybody because they know how to properly do it now. They know the safety things like that mechanism. So we're going to go over a lot of things and give you maybe some kind of unorthodox gun reviews here, because we got some older guns that we shoot as far as hunting perspectives go, and also some different types of self-defense weapons, and just even if you want self-defense / range day guns, so we're gonna bring some of our personal builds and probably some other guns here. So I would just stay tuned, and we got a lot coming up for you guys. We're gonna work real hard to show you guys a lot of love and bring guys a lot of content. So
awesome. That's what it's about.
So anything else we got for them?
I think that about covers
it. All right, guys. Well, stay tuned for some great videos and some great content coming up, and we'll see you later.
Stay safe.